behind the scenes here at FENCETECH. See the view that I woke up to this morning, surrounded by snow-capped mountains. And basically just did this as a live video a minute ago, but I thought it'd be good to get some high quality video as well too. So this is my rig for FENCETECH. Starting over here for work, I brought my tablet. I use it for work and training. You can see I actually have a training video up there right now. But this has my CRM, and which ties into my accounting software, stuff for work that we use out in the field, training videos and stuff like that. And then it has my calendar. So if anybody goes to my website and asks for service, I can it'll pop up as an email. I'll immediately be able to go on there and schedule service from there, even though I'm 1,500 miles away. The laptop that I carry, again, that's for work. This is for audio video for the most part, and it's a little bit easier to check the mail, check my email and stuff like that. Although you can hook up a mouse and a keyboard. This is the wireless keyboard for that tablet, and that seems to work just fine for the most part. So I just got done dumping all the video off of this GoPro 7 with the MacBook. You have to have a dongle these days because everything is USB-C. So if you need to hook in your SD drive or anything that doesn't have the USB-C connector on it, you can. GoPro 7, I love this thing for the stabilization. They have the 8, which the stabilization is supposed to be better, and the image quality a tad bit better, especially in low light. But GoPro 7 with the stand and then one of those aluminum housings. Let's see, battery bank for that or anything else such as the phone that I need. And going over here to the camera, this is Canon's EOS R. All the glass that I have or lenses that I have are all EF, so I had to buy the adapter from RF to EF and was happy with that, even though my lenses, they're not the best quality, but they work for my purposes. One of these real cool straps, I forgot what the brand is, Peak Design, and extra batteries. So I buy the factory Canon batteries, and then in this holder I have another 256 gigabyte card, and I guarantee you I'll forget that one sitting there in the drive. So I use that one as a backup or for when this one gets full. 2 extra 2 terabyte hard drives. These are from my Atomos recorder, which I did not bring on this trip. I didn't feel that I need it. So I just are using these as backup drives just in case the 500 gigabyte drive on the Mac fills up. So 2 extra terabyte drives with a USB 3.1 dock. Chargers for the batteries, even though one thing that's great about this battery grip for the EOS R is it has a USB port on the side right here, and you can use that to actually charge the batteries as well too. One thing I recommend, if you do have the R, make sure you have the latest firmware on, not only on the battery grip. Yes, the battery grip has firmware, but you have the latest firmware on the camera, because sometimes if you have the camera hooked up to it, you have to turn it on and off on the older firmware. And I found that out the hard way. I thought it was broke. Just some adapters, extra GoPro batteries with the charger, and let's go turn this off. Of course, sunglasses, watches you need. So that's half of this stuff is coming with me. Take a real quick look in the bag. 18 to 25, 10 to 18 millimeter lens, and 55 to 250. Another power bank. That let's make sure this thing's fully charged. These are great for, man, just anything that's USB. I like this particular one because it actually tells you what the charge is on the outside. Lenses, stands, boom microphone with a built-in recorder, so I can use this for backup audio. I've got like a 128 gigabyte drive in there, so that'll last I think 10 hours or something along those lines. But this is great for if your camera audio is bad, or the camera audio fails, or your lavaliers fail. And then I have 2 lavaliers, so these are the actual recorders for them. It's the same as this, with the exception of the input that I have is actually a line-in input off the back, not using this Zoom proprietary input on the front. So I have 2 of those, one for the interviewee, one for me, the interviewer. I have GoPro, the older 360 camera, the Fusion 360, I believe is what they call it, batteries and a charger for that. Just extra batteries and just regular AAA batteries. And what's this? Oh, another GoPro battery, good. Battery bank, we talked about that. Fusion 360, and then I keep a multimeter on me. This is actually probably one of the nicer pocket multimeters. And I'm a stickler for multimeters, but this one actually is Cat 4 and Cat 3 rated, so you can put mains voltage to it and not worry about it blowing up in your hand, much less all the input protection is there for the inputs if you sweep the dial. Take my multimeter class and I'll teach you about all that stuff, how to blow up your multimeter. This is the tripod that I carry. You can actually take one of these legs off and turn this into a monopod, but I've lost the bolt that does that. So I've just been using it as a tripod with just an inexpensive head on there and an inexpensive adapter on the camera. All right, it's time to go get breakfast. I thought I'd give you a behind the scenes of my setup for FENCETECH.